Alright, should be good. Game audio, I think, should be alright. Microphone should be alright. Everything should be alright. Now we just have to dock everything. I hope for the best here. I should keep an eye out on that timer there. Alright. The game should probably be done loading by now. I need to go take a look. It's really quick, this one. Oh, the microphone's way down there. I didn't realize. There we go. It's 2-ounce microphone, making the shirt a deep V. Nice. Alright. Let's see, I got, oh, it's almost 24 hours. Hopefully I paid off all my debts. It's time to mow grass again. I need a ATM. None of you guys are near an ATM. This one kind of is. Go, 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 go. Alright, let's see. Once I paid off my debt, I could technically move forward in time again. Oh, I'm really paid off. Alright. Let me check my silage. Ah, crap, I need to turn this back on. This thing's at 56%. The other one is not even fermenting it. I don't know how much I have in here. Probably not that much. I have not continuously been playing the series. Also, I need something near the cows. I don't have a single thing near the cows. Let's see. Yeah, no vehicles are near the cows. I got a bunch of tools. That's alright. Just wanted to see if I already fermented the silage at the cow bunker. I think I did. And hopefully the game audio isn't too loud. I'm gonna turn it down to like 10%. It's a bit quiet now. Let's go 20. 20 should be fine, I think. I just really like having like little details like that. You can turn the lights on and have a little beacon. Look at it. Look at it go. I am a child. Alright. Like the thing that unites old men and like toddlers. Trains. With flashing lights. Trains and like little remote control vehicles. Even better if they play music while they go. Anyway, hang on, let me check this thing. So it looks like I was working on field 3. I already did field 4 and 5, sort of. So I guess I'll do field 1. And that should maybe be the end of it. I don't know. Also, I don't know when you're actually supposed to use the beacon. It doesn't actually do anything in the game. It doesn't function. Neither does honking. So like, traffic is gonna suck no matter what you do. But I think if you're like trying to play pretend, you're supposed to use the beacon when you're crossing traffic or something. These vehicles don't move fast. Pretty sure they prioritize power over speed. So there's also like other things you're supposed to do. Like when you have a front loader attached to something, you're supposed to have the forks pointed downwards. I think in front of you. Because otherwise you're gonna stab something and it's gonna die and there's gonna be a big mess everywhere. So I think you're supposed to do it that way. But I don't know. I'm not a farmer. Wish I was, but I'm not. I'm just a boy. Anyway. Oh, that's weird. The engine of the game kind of synchronizes with the noise that my fan makes, and it is kind of cool, honestly. Ha, fan blowing wind, kind of cool. Anyway, maybe I should not stream this part and like record it and do jump cuts or something. Anyway, farming at nighttime is always, I like it. I like it because of the atmosphere. And the sky looks good. That looks good. And if this was like an art piece or something, I like it. I like it a lot. And I'm pretty sure it would be pretty comfortable, like, driving around in this thing, in this situation at nighttime, probably in the summer. It looks like spring, maybe. That's comfortable. It's like those little things that are aesthetic that you only get at certain times of year, like autumn, like winter time or fall time. But like the thing I mentioned a little bit before, winter time, and then like it being cold, and then making like really fluffy pancakes, that kind of stuff. That is awesome. Don't get to experience that much these days. Unfortunately for me, I kind of have to go somewhere during the winter, so I don't get to hang out here at home in the north and try to like play in the snow or anything. Don't really get that opportunity much, which is a shame because you only have so many of those during your lifetime. But I believe the exchange that I've made, instead of doing that, doing the other thing, I think it's worth it, I guess. It better be worth it. Oh yeah. Because I'm an old man and a weirdo, sort of, according to my cousin at least. He calls everyone a weirdo, or she calls everyone a weirdos. But, there is, I don't know if they're still a band or something, but there's these group of guys. Who knows what they are, if they're brothers or what. But I think they're called the Chad Mitchell Trio. It's a group of guys that like sing. There's like 3 of them that sing, and I think there's like 2 more that play instruments. Something like that. I might be messing it up. I don't really remember the video. It's been a while since I watched it. I've recently just heard it again because I have all these things like downloaded, and I listen to them on my way home from work or to it or whatever. And what do you call it? They're telling a story. It's a song, but they're telling a story about a stormy day in somewhere called, I think, Galveston. Something like that. I'm not sure where that is. It's somewhere in America, I'm gonna guess. And basically it's like a ballad, I think. I don't really know how to describe it like that, like musically. I didn't study music after all. But it's cool. So you got like a repeating pattern of like a guy playing, it might be a banjo, or now that I think about it. Anyway, this might be like a southerner thing. And he's playing the instrument, which I can also do. I can't play the banjo, but I can play the guitar. And it's a pretty like familiar pattern to me. I'm pretty sure if I tried, I could probably play it. Using probably different chords though. Not the same ones they use, because I don't know which ones they use. But it's the same pattern, repeating and repeating. And there's the 3 guys that start singing, and they tell a story. They start saying stuff about how, do you remember that the day in Galveston? And the storm winds swept the town. And then they start rhyming all the words and stuff, right? So like, the story is that at some point in the past, there was a giant storm in Galveston. Who knows if it was a hurricane? I don't know what it was, but it was flooded. It was destroyed. And people were very stubborn. They didn't want to get out. Maybe they didn't believe, maybe whatever reason. But then everyone was dying. So then they started to leave. It was too late at that point, but they tried leaving. So they got on trains trying to leave town. Everyone was like overloaded, and the trains were swept off of the tracks. There was boats and ships and stuff. It must be some kind of like town or city near the ocean, I guess. That kind of narrows it down to where it could have happened. Anyway, whatever the actual facts are. So you got that situation. People are in the trains, they're getting destroyed, they're getting flooded. You got these ships, and in the song they say that you hear a captain crying out to God, basically, to save a drowning man. Who knows if it was him, who knows if it was someone who he's in charge of. That's important for later. But anyway, because it's flooded and there's water all over the place, you can't land a ship because the ships need land first of all. There's no land, and if there's a flood, they just float around everywhere, and now you have this massively heavy ship, like crashing into buildings and stuff that's not supposed to be there. Anyway, it's a disaster. All of that's happening. Meanwhile, the singers like switch between themselves. So you got like two of them doing like background vocals or something, while one of them like sings. And these guys can sing, man. They got the vibrato and everything. They got vibrations to like a T or whatever, however you're supposed to say it. They're good. They're good singers. Anyway, they switch between them. So like most of the time, there's like two of them doing background vocals, while the third one like says the words or sings the words, and then they switch. The one that was singing now is doing background stuff. And one of the background ones now does the singing, stuff like that. Now I'm only one person, and I mean that in several ways. Physically, yeah, I'm one person, of course. But also, like, in my endeavors, in the stuff that I want to do, stuff that I'm interested in, no one else is interested in. As in, I can't ask for help in anything. If I try to record a video, or if I try to, like, do something like that, that would be a lot easier with multiple people helping out, I can't. Not like I won't do it, like I refuse. That too, but also I physically can't. There is nobody around me is interested in helping me with these things. Pretty much. So, I have ideas to make a movie. I have ideas to do live action things for video games. I am creative as hell. But that's too bad. I gotta figure out how to do everything on my own, which is alright. I mean, I've done that my whole life and everything, so no big deal, I suppose. Still, it's gonna be difficult. There's certain things that you kind of should do with more people. Like one of the parts in my movie is a fight scene. If I play every character, like every male character, how do you fight yourself without making it look like you're fighting yourself? I mean, like, yeah. One of the workarounds I came up with was to do camera tricks where you can hear the fighting but you don't really see it. And I don't mean like shaky camera nonsense. That's stupid. If stuff was real, like really happening, you don't get this like movie uh, camera work where like you see everyone's faces all the time. I think that's way overdone. I think it's annoying, and most of the time it's just boring. Like there's no, I don't get it. I don't get the emotion behind it. I don't feel anything. It doesn't get to me. I think it's way better just to show them the audience the thing instead of like making them interpret it. As in like, I don't know, man. I'm not good at interpreting a thing. I'm talking like, for example, like Wild West movies. There's always like a shot of the cowboy's face, and he's like looking at the sun or something, something stupid. And then he has like his eyes like squinted all the way down, and like no facial expression. It's just like angry, slightly. And that's like most of the shot for like a good 30 seconds. This is stupid. Also, this doesn't make sense. Just in general, the Wild West. First of all, everything's made out of wood. Where? Look around. It's a desert. Where the hell did you get wood from? Enough to make a town. Where? There's no forest for miles. Also, like, everyone has a saloon and stuff. Where is everything else? Like, they never go into, like, other stores. And also, there's no women at the saloons. So, like, why? Like, if you need a saloon for, like, a survival reason, like, you can say, like, oh maybe they need it because, like, the water is unsafe to drink, so you gotta, like, brew it. The other people also need water. There's only, like, guys there, and they're all old. I don't know. There's a lot of things in the movies that don't make sense to me. And apparently, I'm the weirdo for, like, not understanding it. There's like a bunch of things like that that I just don't get. Like concerts is another one. Mostly because the concerts that I have heard of are not really people that I care that much about. But it's not for me, it's for other people. So I leave them the hell alone. My cousins really like going to concerts. 2 of them do at least. But then they describe it to me, and none of it sounds pleasant, just objectively speaking. Like, I guess if you're part of the crowd, the one that's like screaming all over the place, I guess I could see how that works. But if you're there to like enjoy the music, you shouldn't be there. First of all, you can't hear it. Like, as soon as like one person plays a note of a song that's super recognizable, immediately everyone starts screaming. And then you can't hear the music. Well, then you're not there to listen to the music, you're there to scream. Let's be honest about it. The experience of a concert is to scream. It's not to listen to the music. If you want to listen to the music, you would stay at home, have a cup of coffee, put on some really good headphones, and relax. That's how you listen to music. But that's not what you do at a concert. Not to mention all the drugs and stuff. As far as I know, my cousins don't do that sort of thing. Good for them. Neither do I. Matter of fact, that was something that I was gonna ask my family just in general. Ask them, like, so like no one in the family does any like substance stuff. That's like normal that no one does it. But like, why though? Just out of curiosity, because I want information. Same as like that time that I discovered that random girl on Twitch. Because I opened up TikTok once to like look at messages to see if I have anything. And they have the horrible system of, as soon as you open up the app, before anything even shows up, they immediately start playing a video. And not even from any one of your followers, like things that you're following. It's like some random ass video that they think you would like. No, that's not how this works. I follow these people, you show me that. Same with YouTube. Yeah, the homepage is nice. It's like it's good. It's convenient. That's the word. It's convenient for me. Like, I watch YouTube on the TV over there. When I do that, I would like to have music. So like, I want to listen to frickin' Benny Goodman and swing and everything while I'm like cooking or whatever. So like, that TV over there has recommendations like that for me, whereas on my phone they're different recommendations, and that's all well and good. But I also have to switch over to the subscribers tab to look at stuff that I'm actually interested in. By default, especially according to a bunch of creators, or at least one specific Scalagram, YouTube should really default to, like, when you first open it up, it should default to your subscribers tab instead of like your home page, because that's what you're there for. You subscribe to them to look at their stuff. So that should be by the default. Technically, I think he has a point, as well as TikTok. It should be on default the stuff that you decided to follow. But it never does that. It always opens up to some rando. And it's usually never good. At least in my opinion. But that one time that this happened, I found this random girl who, I think her username or whatever was Nelku. Nelku. Now, it's been like a day since I mentioned this, and I still haven't like researched it much. But I saw a couple of videos. They're kind of all the same. I think they do streaming of some sort of something. I don't know if they do like gaming or whatever. The last stream they were talking about doing was rating Pokemon based on if they would eat them or not. Yumminess or something. I don't know. It's internet stuff. Doesn't have to make sense. People watch whatever. It really, really doesn't matter. But anyway, a lot of like the videos on there are specifically designed to trick the algorithm, which I understand. I get it. Like, her character is a character called Nelku, who wears a mask. I think it's a smiley face. It's like a white mask with like a smiley face on it or something. And the thing is, she's supposed to cover her face. That's like the important thing. Hang on, crap. This one. There we go. Anyway, what do you call it? So like, there's a bunch of commenters and stuff, a bunch of nobodies, of course, just trying to put her down, as usual. And the way she tries to trick the algorithm is by labeling all of those videos where she records like a third of her body. So like, vertically, so up and down, you just record like the tip of your arm and like below your neck. Kinda. I think that's what it was. It's like barely any of her body. And yeah, that's the trick. You're supposed to do that, and then also put a bunch of hashtags of like face reveal, and then her name. That way you clog up the search engine, so that if her face ever does get revealed, it's gonna be hard to find, because whenever anyone searches it up, all of those random videos are going to show up instead. Yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, you can do that with pretty much anything. Like, you could do that with search engines pretty easily. Even little things. Like, I thought of something today. If I search up somebody, anybody, myself, someone else, their name, and then like type in something about them, you could totally manufacture something that's not real. And as long as you search it like every day, every hour, every whatever, eventually it's going to become a suggested thing. Not just for you, but like in Google. So any other person who searches it up, it might show up for them. Anyway, the reason I brought that up is that's a rando person, and I was thinking of, what was it exactly? Goals, I suppose. I don't know what their goal is, what the point of what they're doing is. They're doing stuff on Twitch. I don't know what the point is. I don't know what my point is either. I've always wanted to do this sort of thing, just for fun, because I like playing games, and I have stories. But most of the time, I just like playing games. Although, I guess nowadays it's a little different, since it seems like a lot of audience people have really short attention spans. And I'm not sure that's a good thing. Like, just in general. For their own sake. That might literally be like a health issue or something. I don't know. So if I was actually like serious enough and cared about this sort of thing, I guess there's like things I can come up with. I could do stuff like try to create short consumable clips. But I don't know, it seems disrespectful in a way. Typically speaking, I don't have an issue with being disrespectful. I don't care. But what I mean is like, how do I put this? I should probably ask first. I should probably ask first before I say it. So I'm not gonna. Not right now. I got some beef to like sort out first. And then it can come back. Anyway, in the meantime, I should focus on like the actual thing I'm doing right now. Also, it's probably past 6 in the morning. I think it's kind of around time I should probably leave. I can hear people moving around, doing stuff. I woke up pretty late today at like 5 something. No, like 4:55, something like that. Yeah, it's pretty late. Considering I'm supposed to do this like 2 in the morning. Speaking of which, it's almost time for whatchamacallit, the next day. 23:51. I guess I could stay long enough for the next day to arrive. That should clear out my finances. There they are. Finances for today. Oh, this is my second day. Looks like I wasn't able to pay off the loan. Wow. I really don't remember that happening. But okay. I guess it did. Anyway, Let's see here. I gotta collect these chicken eggs. There's only 4 of them here. Should be able to find them somehow. There's 1, 2. I didn't pick up this one. It's not an egg, that's his tail. Alright. It's 2 eggs. There's 1 on this side. 3 and 4. Perfect. Alright, I have 392 eggs in total in the backpack. And the cows are not doing alright, but they're fine for now. And the sheep, I got like 1 more update until it's maxed out again. And in the meantime, let's see. These fields are done. Field 11 could use a bit of work. That's this way. I should keep my eye on the statistics here. Yeah, this one needs work. I should keep my eye on the statistics just to see when this thing updates. It should maybe be done before the next day. I'm not sure. Anyway, it sounded to me like today it's raining. There was a bunch of cicadas yesterday making a bunch of noise, so maybe. For some reason, usually it rains after they make a bunch of noise. Also, I saw a disturbing sight of a cicada dead, getting eaten by like a bunch of flies, I think. Which is unfortunate because I like cicadas and they ate all the good parts. And I kind of wanted to pick it up to research it under the microscope. But yeah, we were like going to the store or something. So no, I couldn't just like pick it up and take it with me to the store. Which reminds me, I should probably carry around those like plastic containers. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. Back in the day, there used to be like these little vending machines or little slot machines, coin operated like slot machines. I don't mean like the casino thing or whatever. I mean like you put in a coin, money, and then like you turn a little handle and it drops a random item. It drops like a spongy thingy, or a necklace, or stickers inside of a plastic container. Those plastic containers are basically what I use to capture insects. Last time when I went to work with my dad, there was a beetle, I think it's a beetle, and it died somehow. I don't know what happened exactly. It was dead when I got there. But I didn't carry anything on me that day. So the next day that I went, I carried that plastic container with me. And I scooped it up, put it in there, took it home, put it under the microscope. Made sure it was dead first, because I don't want that thing moving around. And I looked at it, from the looks of it, even without the microscope you can kind of tell. With it you can definitely tell its arms were ripped off. Like, it's missing half of its arms. Like 2 on one side and 1 on the other side. It's missing pieces. So something got it, and yeah. Also I have to... Crap, I gotta reset these things. While I'm resetting this, I might as well check what the price is on this thing. On field 11. Looks like it might be the smallest one here. 64,000. Funnily enough, I can actually afford that. I don't think I want to buy field 11 though. I mean, I might as well buy a field. No, I shouldn't. I should buy stuff for cows. Yeah, let me take a look at the shop here. I own a couple of things. I already have a silage fork. That's interesting. I also have a mixer wagon too. I don't really need the silage fork. Matter of fact, why do I have a silage fork? Oh, I remember. When I did this on like the first day, I literally didn't have a way to get silage that I created to sell. I didn't have a way to do that, and this thing had the most capacity for it. So that's why I went with this. It was either that or the bucket, the little bucket. And I don't have the little bucket. I tried it with that and it didn't work. It was like way too slow. Anyway, let's see. I gotta buy more cows, but I need to feed them. So to feed them, I kind of need. I need bales first of all. I'm gonna need to buy a baler. That's 112, I think. No, 20. Yeah, I don't like the round one. The square one's 120. Alright. After that, I should buy the auto stacker. I could buy either any other one, but I'm not good with those. I have never tried it. I prefer the auto stacker. That's 120 and then 95,000. Let's go with 96, close enough. Alright, so I'm looking at like 200,000 now. Got it. And then that's kind of it, really. Alright. Oh yeah, I gotta reset these guys. Let's go this way. It's up here. Make sure it's the right ones. So, select that one. That one. And that one. Alright, now I have to windrow the whole thing. I should probably attach some kind of weight to this thing. Come on, windrower. Let's turn the lights on. I think I can windrow the entirety of the north side. Just gonna fold it up real fast. Just take a look at my statistics right here. Or my finances, I mean. Alright, new vehicles cost me $500,000. Livestock cost me $114,000. $2,000 in fuel costs and stuff. $109 for the harvest income. That must be from silage or something. $771 from mission. Others cost me that much. I think I might have bought something like a placeable object or something. In total, I made a profit of $129,000. Alright, it's a new slate now. It is now midnight. Nice. And the stats from the very first day are gone. Apparently I was in debt like 45,000 or something. Interesting. Sheep have still not updated yet. Gotta pay attention to when that happens. And it'll probably be there by 10 minutes into today. Let's see, if I have 600 sheep, I think 300 gives me like 10% or 5%. I forget which one. So by the next update, it should give me from 80% to 100 or 80% to like 90 or something. I have to wait for that wool thing to go to the maximum and I can move it away. They have a good enough amount of grass in there. Anyway, all of this grass, I just have to put it into the silage bunkers and move on. Let's see here. I should technically do the grass for every field, but I don't really want to. Also, I'm guessing it's probably safe now to like skip forward in time a bit. I already have silage growing. I just need to check to see if the cow pasture has silage growing. I don't know if it does. In order to check the cows, I kind of need to get a vehicle over there. I don't really have one to spare. It's mostly this guy, actually. This is the workhorse of everything. This is the one that does all the work. All the other ones kind of have a specialized job. I got 2 tractors that have mowers on them. This one does everything else. I got a little tractor that has a tiny itty bitty front loader on it. Literally used just to move stuff around a couple of inches. That's basically it. Maybe I could use the harvester. No, that's a bad idea. Never mind. I also need to buy a thing to harvest corn. That's gonna put me back like 59,000. Damn. Alright, I can always take out a loan, I guess. Matter of fact, I might be able to take out a loan now and get some cows going. Now that I think about it. It's 80% is moving. Alright. I'm gonna wait until like the timer says like 10 minutes. It updates every 20. So last time I checked it, it was like 8 more minutes or something until midnight. Or 7 more minutes until midnight. So if I check it again after midnight, after 10 minutes, it should be ready. Chances are. Anyway, if I take out a loan, I should have enough money to buy everything I need. So the baler and I need a tedder too. The baler, the tedder, and the auto stacker. And then whatever money I make will go back into paying off the loan and into buying cows. Although I'm gonna need a source of silage, so I really need to check to see if the cows have one nearby. Looks like I can't have cows then until then. I could have some stuff prepared in the meantime. If I remember correctly, I do have silage forming, but like barely forming, because I remember going back and forth dumping grass into there, and then I waited and waited until I got like 100%, or at least close enough to 100%. I remember blanketing it, yeah. So it should be fermenting by now. It's just a matter of waiting, and if things are just a matter of waiting, I should skip forward in time a bit. There's technically no consequences. You don't age and die or anything. But I don't know, I feel a little inefficient doing it that way. Probably should do it. Let's just check this. Alright, wool isn't ready yet. And wait until the wool is ready. And then after that point, I'll skip forward in time a bit. Just speed things up. Alright. Not gathering all of this grass, but most of it's fine. You can always do a U-turn with the forage wagon anyway. My throat is getting painful. I'm thirsty. My body demands water. Also, apparently a lot of American places, about half, have PFAS in their water systems, according to like studies or whatever. It's like barely a news story. Anyway. Alright. These sheep are not hurrying the hell up. Oh, they already updated. It's only 10%. Wow. That's a good place to end it, actually. Things came up, I gotta go. So, I'm ending the stream. For YouTube, you're going out first. Goodbye.